I've got a kid right now that's a freshman in college. He plays at one of the top colleges in the country. He plays 25 minutes a game, and he's absolutely killing. On paper, he is not much more athletic than 100 other kids I've trained, right? What is different about him? I have no idea. I don't know what makes him so good. How did he transition from high school basketball to playing in one of the top universities in the country? And he's destroying, and he's unwavering, didn't change. Just as good as he was in high school, he's that good now on the biggest stage, of his life, where I've had so many players where, again, on paper, they're the same. They're just as athletic, maybe more athletic. They struggle at the next level. He didn't. And I'm like, why?
When they try to explain why, if like when people ask like a Steph Curry or a James Harden, like what makes you so good, their interpretation of what makes them unique is also, they don't know. If I had to guess, and something that I've said, like somebody like him, it's like, I think that they don't lose the plot. And I think that they are geniuses. Genius in the fact that they don't get lost in the weeds. They are extremely locked in on what matters, and they have an infrastructure around them, a mental infrastructure that doesn't allow them to get distracted, so they could handle pressure. Some players have like that, the way that they walk. Think about LaMelo Ball. There's something about him that allows to block out everything else, and he could just freaking put the ball in the basket. He just puts the ball in the basket, and that's it. And I think being a logical human being, I am going to try to get a player to eliminate everything that isn't the thing that they're trying to do and do as much of the thing that they're trying to do as possible, and try to do things that they can't currently do that they want to be able to do. And if I do that, and I can pay attention to all the things that aren't I think that's good. I think that's good coaching, like inner game of tennis. But he's talking to the guy, okay, I don't have to say anything to you about topspin. You just keep going. How can I do less or do more or do whatever I need to do to get you in a situation where you can be that person every single day that's focusing on the plot and you're not losing the plot? I think these coaches lose the plot. You talked about they're focused on the wrong stuff. I don't think they understand what focus is at all. The guy saying, okay, we're going to count how much they're on the field or whatever to see how that's correlating with pain. Like, that is like okay, you have pain here, and you have pain when you do this 50 times, okay, let's start monitoring that, because maybe that's a signal. Maybe that's something that's actually matters when it comes to your pain, and we're gonna actually measure something that matters. Their gait, how do you know their gait matters? You don't know. You have no idea what you're talking about. Zero clue. And they're probably like, what type of gait? They have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Does their gait matter? How can they identify it? What do they even do if they think that it 100% does matter? Does it change their behavior? They don't even know where to start. They lost the plot.
And then those are the people that are leading the athlete. Those are the people that are in their ear, yeah, and then what? The gate, to justify the gate thing, go and find pieces of research to justify a gate thing, and it's like, come on. You're going to find one piece of research to justify that. I'm going to find 5 pieces of research to go against your gate thing that showed that it didn't work. This goes back, I think, everything you just said there goes back to the question of, should athletes that are healthy worry about tendon pain? And no, this is why. No, don't concern yourself with these things. Just focus on the one goal you have. I have a hard time though with this. I'm like, when someone does get in pain and it becomes a chronic thing, they never were aware of their knee before because they just played. But now this pain is stuck around for so long. So it's like they're hyper aware of it. And you kind of hate that because you want them to focus on the game. Just be aware of the game. Don't be aware of internally what's going on here. But I think that's just part of the pain. They have this, they're stuck in their body because of this pain. I think this guy, Louis Gifford maybe or something, I talked to Dave O'Sullivan, and his thing was, when you get done with rehab, he wants them to have thoughtless, fearless movement. And that's what it should be, is they're back just playing the game. They're not playing the game thinking about their knee again and thinking about tendon health. They're back just playing the game. So it's like the kid just playing the game their whole life. They get this chronic case of knee pain, and that sucks. But you want to try to get rid of that as soon as you can so they can go back to thoughtless, fearless playing the game. And not many people do that when they get pain and then try to return. I have failed cases all the time of people that don't get better, and it's like they just pick up table tennis or something. They give up on basketball. So the knee is no longer an issue, but doesn't make it fun, but it makes it challenging to what are these mental blocks this person has. How can I get around them? Making people hyper aware of something is just adding more noise. They don't need more noise. They need 2 things. They need, let's do the good drills, and then let's go touch up on some weights. Those are your 2 things.
Clusters.
Yeah.
I love thoughtless, fearless movement. And if I think about the player I was referencing before, who was dominating, one of the top schools in the country right now, he's always been thoughtless, always been fearless. And it's like, how do I teach that? And I don't think I can't, I have no idea. You just keep throwing them in positions that make them think, that cause them fear. And you just hope over time, one of these experiences is going to get them, to jump that hurdle, because they're all stuck in that thought. They're all stuck in that fear. The only way to get through that is to be in situations that challenge your thought, that make you scared. And that doesn't even mean that they're ever going to get through it. I think that is the only way to get through it. But that, I'm just supposed to make these kids think and scare them every time they come in the gym. That's kind of what I do.